principal, graduates, friends, families, moms, dads, uncle, aunties, my own parents, and Mama, everyone welcome to your graduation. Before I begin, I want to start with a bit of a confession, and it's that I'm very nervous coming up here and presenting today. And so I want to thank the program team for putting me up first, because I don't know how I would have been able to sit there through the ceremony thinking about what I have to say. So the reason why I'm so nervous and worried is because to be able to speak here in front of you today on such a big moment, on our graduation, is a huge honor and it is a huge privilege. This is a very big moment in our lives. We have been through years and years of challenges, hurdles, emotions, and just overall so many moments. I wanted this to be as special as all the others. Let's think back and go through some of them. The first time you got your offers and got accepted. The first time you came on campus and got lost between Hunter Wing and all the other wings that are there, getting confused with the basement-based rooms and the fourth floor ones. Judging by the reactions, it's good to see that I'm not the only one. Your first lectures, your first teaching sessions, the first time you hear about deciles, transfer, intercalation, all these things, and everyone says they're not interested, but everyone really wants it. The first time you meet your flatmates, your friends, wondering if they like you, and they're on the other side wondering if you like them. But now it's okay because everyone's getting along together. Looking back at it, there are just so many different moments, and each had their own significance, and each had their own importance. Some made us laugh, some made us cry, but there was one common theme amongst all of them, and it's the fact that you got through it. And I guess that's what I want to remind you about today. Perseverance, persistence, determination. I think 3 synonyms is enough. It's that what has got you to this stage today. It's that what's going to take you forward tomorrow. And it's that what's going to take you forward for the rest of your life ahead. There are lots of cliche speeches and talks where people say, oh, the good things in life don't come so easy. Well, I can tell you in my very short experience that even the bad things, the things we don't want, are not a walk in the park. So take the long route, work hard, and get what you want out of life. Never run away from your problems or fears. Run towards them. Find your inner motivation by reminding yourself every single day why you're here and what you're trying to achieve. And there are only going to be more hurdles and barriers forward, but that's okay, because this is now where you use your experience and the friends and family that are here with you today to help you guide you through those challenges. But under no circumstances, give up. I want to finish by talking about something else that's very special to me, and that's only become stronger as my term during president, and that's the Georgist spirit. I get students, even staff, asking me, what is the Georgist spirit? What is it all about? And I think upon reflection, I might have just figured it out. It's about inclusion, about diversity, about acknowledging our differences, whether they're cultural, religious, whichever they are. It's about growing and developing in a very competitive environment, but still having the ability to look out for each other, support each other, and celebrate each other's victories and successes, no matter how big or small they are. And that's what's so special about it, that it's unique to everyone. Being in a healthcare university like St. George's, the thing we learn about most is working together with different people. And you learn that wherever you go, you will always be in a team. And it's not about being the best in the team, it's about being the best for the team. And the reason why I'm talking about the Georgist spirit in relation to this is because in times where we're talking about burning bridges with our neighbors, leaving groups instead of forming and joining them, building big walls to people trying to join us rather than breaking down those barriers, now is the time more than ever where I want all of you to remember this Georgist spirit moving forward in the next chapters in your life, and not just becoming the good professionals in your field, but becoming the next leaders of our society and of our world. On behalf of the Students' Union and everyone here, I would like to say a massive congratulations to not just all of you, the graduates, but your families and friends. Each and every one of you deserve it.
Now, he's not rushing off. He's actually going to take up position to get his award. So I am the principal of St George's, Jenny Hyam, and I really would like to add my very warm welcome to graduates, fellows, parents, staff, friends, and anybody that I haven't covered in the above. It gives me great pleasure to be here today. I think graduation is always an extremely special occasion. We're honoured today to be joined by Professor John Kam, Emeritus Professor of Clinical Cardiology, and actually one of the world's most highly cited scientists, and we'll be hearing more about him later. It's also, as well as all being about the students, a really exciting and privileged time for the staff that are amongst us here on the stage and in the audience. This gives them a sense of fulfillment and are delighted to witness this important milestone in your life. All of us, staff, students, alumni, friends and supporters, play a part in making St George's a vibrant, friendly community, something that Omar referred to. Our aim is to create the conditions to support all and enable everyone to thrive. However, it may be a little odd in a ceremony such as this, but I would like to say sorry. To those students, particularly on the Biomedical Science programme, because I think we did fall short of your expectations in some areas. You clearly told us so in the recent National Student Survey. We have heard, we do understand, and apologise. Back in Tooting, you cannot help to have noticed the number of changes to the fabric of the university that are underway. This year, we opened the new Radiography Suite, and many of you will have walked past the hoardings that have gone up in Hunter Wing. And there really is quite a makeover being done of the ground floor. The new reception and security desks have opened. There's going to be much more mingling space for staff and students, alongside a new lecture theatre and teaching rooms. We want you to keep in touch and hope that you'll pop your nose into that area when you next come back to the campus. More space is of course needed because we are continuing to expand, and this year we're excited to launch a new BSc in Clinical Pharmacology. This is a key area for the country going forward. You may not have all read the industrial strategy in detail, but the pharmaceutical industry is a key component about the way that we can continue to drive and add to the UK economy. This course has been co-designed with successful careers in the field in mind, and we have been in collaboration with industry and academics way beyond St George's. As you know, we are specialists in health and world-leading in a number of areas of research. Our location on the site of a major teaching hospital brings great benefits, great atmosphere to the site. We work closely in partnership with the Trust, and I'm absolutely delighted to say that we marked a milestone this year with 10,000 patients recruited in a single year to clinical trials. This gives patients access to the newest treatments and also helps with onward development. There are other media stories that you'll be familiar with, but they do often have a George's connection, and I'll illustrate a few of these. Firstly, we cannot choose the polluted air that we often breathe, and I think most people now realise that it is associated with premature death in the region of about 9,000 Londoners. But we took part in a study that also, rather worryingly, linked an association with the development of dementia. Next, exercise. Instinctively, you probably know it's good for you, and you probably tell others that it's good for you. But Tess Harris actually did a piece of work to prove it. She did a large intervention study giving people simple, relatively cheap pedometers, encouraging them to both measure and increase the number of steps that they took each day. That is fine for a short-term study, but the difficult part of this study was following up these patients for many years. And amongst two groups, those that walked more and those that stayed the same, they demonstrated clearly the walking group had fewer heart attacks, fewer strokes, and suffered less fractures. So proof of what actually works is essential to make sure that we invest public monies into healthy areas that are actually going to work. So moving from exercise, which is relevant to just about everybody within the room, to something that thankfully is relevant to only a few, that of apparently fit and healthy young people dying. A major cause of this is an undiagnosed heart condition, and sadly there are 12 such cases per week in the UK today. Terrifyingly, 80% of these individuals, there's been no warning, and this is a complete surprise. And at George's, we focus effort. We're at a world-leading centre to understand the causes, develop treatments, and save lives. The esteem with which this work is held is exemplified by the fact that there is a major campaign to look at showcasing how universities benefit society by Universities UK, called Made at Uni. And this was one of their most prominent case stories. Internationally, our research is into the new treatments of many of the neglected tropical diseases. And in the laboratory, we developed a treatment that we thought would work for leishmaniasis. And it is now out in the field to be taken as an oral medication where it's desperately needed. Finally, as an example of our research, on World AIDS Day, many people with HIV die from an associated complication of meningoencephalitis. And I'll be checking you can spell that later, which is a real issue about how to successfully treat patients. And we've developed resources which are now have been adopted by many governmental organisations across the world. Visibility of the people that work at George's and the activities is very important. I'm just coming to the end of a 3-year stint as Chair of Medical Schools Council. I was the first woman ever to be elected to that role, and it's been a fascinating and at times demanding position. But it really has helped raise the influence and also influence national policies. And I'm encouraging other people to do similar things. We're delighted that Nicola Arnold has joined the board of Advance HE. Some of you will already know Professor Deborah Bowman, a prominent ethicist, and who's on a number of external bodies, but also recently had a further programme on Radio 4. Our successful Spotlight on Science programme continues to attract a wide public audience. The most recent one about revolutionary cancer treatment using the immune system. And finally, a star amongst us as well is Professor Mike Charland. He's one of the UK and Europe's foremost authorities on the prescribing of antibiotics and looking at the issue of antimicrobial resistance. He was awarded a CBE in the recent Queen's Birthday honours, and it is also an honour for us. However, today is the Students' Day, and you are the people that deserve our utmost praise. You've worked hard and achieved much. I really despise, if I'm honest, the stereotypes about youth today and snowflakes and not being made of tough stuff. I think it is so insulting and so untrue. To graduate alone is a phenomenal achievement, yet so many of you have done other things in addition, perhaps supporting other members of the family, or indeed having to work to support your own self financially. Many of you as students have helped in various activities to encourage more people to come and join in higher education, either at St George's or elsewhere. And something new we've done is develop what's called a Science Stars programme, which is where our students have gone into schools to help school students who are struggling. Their teachers have identified that they're finding the now compulsory double science exam hard, and our students have been in there assisting with this, and the feedback has been phenomenal. Khadija is the outreach coordinator for Melanin Medics. It's an organisation to include increase diversity within medicine. And she must be persuasive because she's co-opted many others and has currently engaged more than 1,000 students of school age between primary and sixth forms. And it is indeed this interaction between school students and our students is often the people they most easily identify with. Of course, our students win prizes too. It was a delight to see many of you there as a group of prize winners. Hafisa, for example, won a competitive cystic fibrosis trust-funded placement to continue her work. Meet was a committee member and also captained the winning team for the Surgical Society Anatomy Cup. When it comes to sport, George's, for its student size, punches well above its weight. As someone who ran the London Marathon this year, I can assure you it was for the first time and the last. I understand what's required mentally and physically to get to the end. And alongside me were two of our students. Hannah ran for Angelman, a charity, and also Edward ran for the British Heart Foundation. These related to charities in the conditions represented in their own families. Away from sport, Rupa, who came to us already as a published author, was inspired by her studies at St George's to write a new series of children's books. These focused on an often underrepresented group of Black, Asian, and minority ethnic women in science. She said that she wouldn't have done it if she hadn't come to George's. And finally, Matt, one of our paramedic science students, who started a branch of St George's Global Bridges Society, which is a global health movement and already has organised 8 days of volunteering in Ghana this summer. So most students have had an additional thing within their curriculum. And I have to say, you are extraordinary talents, and I find you very inspiring. And so finally, to conclude, your future. It's not by chance that we have led one National League table for 4 years in a row, and that is as having the best graduate prospects. Your degrees are in demand, and they have flexibility. They will translate into a wide variety of careers in a diverse number of environments. They also will enable you to make a meaningful contribution to society. And believe it or not, less than half the people in the UK workforce feel that they have this. There'll be mixed emotions, of course, relief and excitement, perhaps a bit of anxiety, uncertainty, that's only natural. But you have been well prepared for the world of work or further study. It is for you to decide your future, but in terms of the past, I just want to say we are delighted that you chose St George's. We look forward to you sharing your expertise and acting as our ambassadors. Congratulations, and I wish you the very best for the future. Graduates and guests, we begin by presenting a posthumous award. I invite Chris Baker to say a few words about Ollie King.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of this year's graduates, Ollie King, sadly passed away of natural causes before he completed his studies this year. It's really hard to sum Ollie up in a few words, but I'm going to try to do so. Ollie was an inspiration to both staff and to students. During his time with the programme, he became a student ambassador. He was involved in interviews. He worked with us with open days, applicant taster days. He also trained to be one of our paramedic skills coaches. So he was helping students in the first and the second years to improve their skills and to advance. He just had a knack of making those students feel comfortable. He provided a supportive learning environment in which they could practice without feeling awkward or without feeling inefficient. As a person, the lecture team would certainly describe Ollie as incredibly polite, and the word gentleman would crop up if we discussed him. He was funny, often laid back and yet somehow enthusiastic, and he was dependable. It really was a great loss to the programme, and Ollie made it clear from the start that to become a paramedic was his life's ambition. The very least that we, as a university, can do is to honour that. For this reason, we will be ensuring that the paramedic team and the university continues Ollie's memory with a new student prize, the Ollie King Immersive Education Award. We obviously hope that this will serve his memory well. The university would also like to recognise and celebrate his achievements with the posthumous award of a Bachelor of Science with honours in paramedic science. I would like to invite Steve, Maya and Turney, Ollie's family, onto the stage to receive Ollie's award. Thank you.
It's now time to greet former students whose achievements the university celebrates today. Principal, on behalf of St George's University, may I present all undergraduates from the Biomedical Science programme. Winter Adam. Bankole Adebayo. Adupi Adopa Anthony Adar. Richard Christian Kiku Prey Aful. Aisha Nadim Afsal. Kofurali Meiwa Agobibi Ade. Sorry. Hassan Ahmed. Awarded the Mike Stock Physiology Prize, Samir Ahmad. Said Raiz Ahmed. Sana Haya Ahmed. Alvi Akhtar. Yasmin Alagaranthan. Sadiq Al-Hassani. Anjuman Ahmad Ali. Saeed Mataza Ali. Hiba Al-Kafaji. Natasha Anjuri. Nominated for the Physiological Society Prize, Anthony Annan. Saman Ansari Mohabedian. Oluwale Arwinde. Thank you. Ramat Araminde Alua. Anjum Aziz. Thank you. Heli George Bayou. Imogen Amy Barrett. Naomi Natasha Bartholomew. Harshal Singh Basniat. Avrasaya Baratley. Thank you. Priya Bandari. Liban Bazi Basuri. Yusuf Chowdhury. Thank you. Emily Ann Cooper. Shannon Isabel Kibilos. Mohammed Omar Hijazi. Claire Julia Marie Carell. Badujay Sanshak Das. Thank you. Felicia D'Souza. Vibaj Dubey. Stephen Desian Duong. Laura Jane Edgley. Elam Tamor EJ. Abanud Ayad Fidal. Maya Havana Ford. Raul Gangula. Kirsty Louise Grasby. Adita Chandrathan Gunjal. Bijan Gurung. Christian Alexander German. Mariam Hakim Zaida. Maya Humadi. Anika Tasman Hay. Harry James Perfect Elsmore. Laura Ruheki Her. Abigail Grace Head. Awarded the Project Prize in Medical Genetics, Savina Adura Lokushathi Huij. Thomas Hills. Savannah Holness. Yusuf Raid Kuthi. Samir Youssef Hussein. Zobia Hussein. Usama Kandusi Ishaq. Rukaya Habib. Jabin. Hannah Louise Jackson. Ashna Jasmalani. Ashwari Jar. Amanraj Singh Khalsi. Salini Kananathan. Donia Karimajar. Anthony Musazi Kawisi. Saida Kazmi. Abisa Kalmindi. Ravina Kaur Khalsa. Ikra Khan. Munaza Kara. Yasmin Fanaz Kurambel. William James Knight. Sinu Marin Koshi. Maria Kutachava. Amy Krishnarajar. Lakshini Anudika Perea. Adrian Kim Soon Lee. Awarded the Biochemistry Prize, Anne-Marie Teresa Cosima Livens. Monique Jade Lucas. Harry Rate Woodford Maelstrom. Tanusha Mohanadraj. Shivam Rawal Mehta. Ali Hader Mirza. Seema Mirza. Priyanka Mistry. Mohammed Abdurrahman Mohammed. Mohammed Akil Mohammed Imtiyaz. Mohammed Mashahid Hamza Christie. Anushan Mohanarajan. Diana Abera Omubula Mordi. Janset Celia Mukibi. Alishba Noor Nawaz. Awarded the Society for Endocrinology Undergraduate Achievement Award, Ahmed Shah Nazari. Wen Hu Nig. Zoe Elizabeth Nichols. Nicholas de la Rocha. Nikhil Patel. Yuta Oriel Nakode Niyetimi Adu. Deborah Olufeza Olusunwa. Ritika Prashirumpu Raj. Awarded the Jill McGawley Memorial Prize in Psychiatry, Ritika Patel. Awarded the Society of Biology Top Student Award nominee and the Principal's Prize, Rishi Rajesh Patel. Kusal Shazim Payu. Chiara Pizzalis. Vijay Kantilar Rabia. Zainab Rafi Zamani. Silpa Raj. Zaira Rasid. Shivani Rishabchandran. Anastasia Rashimolsky. Thank you. Megan Bernadette Louisa Reed. Isabel Glenia Enid Reed. Thank you. Saeed Alireza Sibtain Rezavi. Nalani Saidanathan. Umar Farouk Salim. Mohammed Abdul Samad. Jennifer Marie Sancho. Sathuri Senthil Kumar. Sajada Shah. Jahura Parvin Shahi. Shazaib Shahid. Amani Shamaz. Safia Shafat Jali. Sanjana Devi Shaunak. Kiran Vanessa Seek. Aisha Khan Shawani. Oliver James Murray Sherwood. Nada Samin. Imran Ahmad Simreke. Adita Sinha. Maria Silva Canapad. Nominated for the Pharmacology Prize nominee, Arandeep Singh Sohal. Charlie Alexander Song Smith. Stephanie Sneha Suzapila. Nicholas Stevens. Naushin Sultana. Pooja Sinithdar. Rishika Lakshi Suthantirakuma. Chloe Louis Tan. Manahil Tareen. Eloise Thalon. Sethothini Thevanasan. Blessy Elsa Thomas. Atticus Jake Thompson. Navandeep Kaur Thumba. Kavanbir Singh Toor. Meet Vaghela. Ronald Patrick Vergara. Fatima Ali Waraji. Awarded the IBMS President's Prize, Jamie Robert White. Ethan Guan Hei Wong. Ruth Elizabeth Wright. Dania Yoga Ratnan. Hiba Noor Jonas.
Principal, on behalf of St George's University of London, may I present all undergraduates from the Intercalated programme. Ahmad Al-Mohtadi. Mohammed Al-Wasiti. Kamran Basharat. Awarded the David Winterbourne Prize in Genomics and Bioinformatics and the Elec Prize in Immunology, Michael Burrows. Mohammed Meher Ali Chowdhury. Rosina Yasmin Chowdhury. Josephine Frances Coffey. Syra Suman Dean. John Farmy. Syed Ramin Jalal. Megan Elizabeth Kerr. Nikhil Kera. Thomas Coe. Ilya Kokotkin. Manprit Semi. Simisola Jesubemi Sodende. Dhruv Tuteja. Jill Vasani. Arabella Tatiana Emily Watkins. Joseph Edward Wendon. Karen Krishnakumar Nair. Niall Patel. Rajan Singh Sond. Malvika Subramanian. Dominic Teixeira. Fung Tao Min, awarded the Henry Charles Johnson Medical Prize in Anatomy, Fung Tao Min Fan. Anna Alina Hajduk. Chi Lun Alanes Mack. Bihu Malhotra. Samuel Abraham Macias. Awarded the Hounsfield Ambrose Clinical Neuroscience Project Prize, Benjamin Harcourt Ramsahoy. Hatija Masteva. Ashna Jain. Kate Louise Jones. Golnush Sayedzanuzi. Awarded the Widdicombe Prize, Khadija Owusu. Yalini Yogaratnam. Jemima Kate Beardwood. Abhishek Chenupati. Remy Adel Labake Rabiatu Kaz.
Principal, on behalf of St George's University of London, may I present all the undergraduates from the Healthcare Science programme. Alvin Rajan. Angel Ratnasingham. Ashley Cheetah Johnny. Ava Williams. Kathy Tojo. Christopher Anthony Redman. Elise Jenny Dawson. Fazana Sira Chowdhury. Fleur Anna Garden Ashton. Grace Alethea Wirral. Clara Abder. Maya Pandey. Nilgan Kurtulis. Sarita Victoria Iceland Williams. Awarded the Cardiac Physiology Achievement Prize and the Principal's Prize, Wahida Akhtar. Kevin Lee. Awarded the Respiratory and Sleep Physiology Achievement Prize, Mary Adam Idris Abkir. Rowan Tamla Ray. We have now reached the part of the ceremony where we give honorary to awards. Professor Sanjay Sharma will say a few words to the present Professor John Kam with his honorary award.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Professor John Kam on this auspicious occasion. Professor Kam qualified from Guy's Medical School in 1971 with honours in surgery. He completed his MD thesis in the application of pacemakers to tachycardia termination, and ever since then, he has had a flourishing and inexorable career in academic cardiology, with interests in a diverse spectrum of cardiovascular diseases and a special love for clinical electrophysiology. He became Professor of Cardiac Medicine at St. Bartholomew's in 1983 when he was only 35 years old, and moved to St. George's in 1986 to occupy the Prudential Chair of Clinical Cardiology that was funded by the British Heart Foundation for 25 years. During this period, he was Chairman of Cardiological Sciences and led the department to the highest ranking in the UK for clinical arrhythmias. I have had the privilege of knowing him since 1996, when I joined the department as a junior research fellow, and benefited greatly from his mentorship, as have countless junior cardiologists. I witnessed an extraordinary era at St. George's under his leadership, and during the ensuing decade, Professor Kam achieved extensive recognition in the wider discipline of cardiology. He was president of the British Cardiac Society and the British Pacing and Electrophysiology Group. He was awarded the Gold Medal at the European Society of Cardiology in 2005, which is an accolade achieved by only one or two outstanding academic cardiologists from all over the world each year. He was also awarded the Mackenzie Medal by the British Cardiac Society in 2008 for his contribution to cardiac arrhythmias. Professor John Kam has had a truly prolific career in academic cardiology, having served on countless editorial boards and being editor for some major journals, including EuroPace. He has over 3,000 academic publications, including 1,300 peer-reviewed papers. He has delivered over 500 international lectures on the world podium and has been a pivotal member of several national and international guidelines for cardiac disorders. Professor Kam is particularly recognized for his knowledge and academic work in the pathogenesis and management of atrial fibrillation, which is the commonest cardiac arrhythmia and associated with significant morbidity, including heart failure and stroke. I would go so far to say that he has contributed more to the understanding of clinical arrhythmology than any other cardiologist on the planet. His dedication and commitment to his speciality has been recognized on the world stage on many occasions, and by Her Majesty, for whom he has been an honorary physician since 1992. Finally, and with reference to the main occasion today, Professor Kam taught thousands of medical students at St. George's in his early career. His ongoing commitment to education in cardiology is evidenced by authorship or editorship of almost 40 books in cardiology, including the European Society of Cardiology textbook of cardiovascular medicine. Professor John Kam is a true asset to cardiology worldwide, and with great pleasure, I now request you, Principal, by the authority of Council, to admit Professor John Kam as an Honorary Fellow of St. George's University of London.
Principal, colleagues, honored guests, graduates, your family and your friends, good morning. I'm, of course, having to give a response now that I've been awarded this fellowship. And the first thing I must say to the principal and St. George's University of London is thank you very much. And of course, Sanjay, I must thank you too for the very kind words that you said. I hardly recognized the person that you were describing. I would like to explain a little bit more about my career. I'm sorry it's going to be a bit self-centered, but I want to show you that I've been a very lucky person. It all goes back to when I was 14 years old. I was in a local grammar school in North Lincolnshire. I was studying, amongst other things, history, but my history teacher fell ill, and I had to swap to biology. And when I got to biology, I realized that I wanted to do medicine. So that was the first lucky thing that happened to me. Not so good for the history teacher, but lucky for me. And then let's move to when I was 16 years old. I had it in my mind. I wanted to do medicine, and I told my headmaster this was my plan. But it was not his plan. He thought perhaps I wasn't good enough for medicine, and secondly, that I couldn't afford medicine. In those days, there weren't any student grants. So he said he wouldn't sign me up for medical school. But fortunately, my mother found in the paper an advertisement. It must have been the Yorkshire Post. I think that was the only paper that was read in the house in those days. And in the Yorkshire Post, it said there was an exhibition examination for Guy's Hospital. So she told me I must take this. So I went down to Guy's for the day. Morning and afternoon, I wrote essays, and the essays went off. And at the end of the day, I won the exhibition. Now, what did that mean? It meant that I didn't need my headmaster anymore, which was very important. It meant that I got an unconditional offer, not very much in credit these days, but I only had to get 2 E grades at A level. And importantly, I got everything paid for. My tuition, my travel, my lodging, my food. Now, wasn't that really, really lucky? So that was a very good step. Now, in '69, there was a very important event. Man landed on the moon. But that wasn't everything. You probably remember it was the last public performance of the Beatles. It was also the first time that Concorde broke the sound barrier. And importantly for me, it was the date I took my conjoint examinations for medicine. So 1969, 50 years ago, much celebration on all the media, but for the man on the moon, but for me, it was a very important year. Now, I decided, of course, to work at Guy's for a few years after that. But I'd like to take you back to an incident that occurred shortly after I qualified. I decided that I would join the St. John Ambulance Brigade. You know the sort of thing they do. They go to all of these events and they provide emergency first aid. And when I'd been doing that for a little while, I realized that I wanted to write something. And it was the very first thing I chose to write. It was a textbook for children, and I called it First Aid Step by Step. I was more or less cajoled into doing this by my neighbor, who was a graphic illustrator, and he did all the illustrations and I wrote the text. And I realized from then on that I loved writing, but I also understood, of course, I wasn't going to make any fortune from writing. This book was immediately seized upon by an Indian publisher who published it on top of the publisher here in the UK, and so I, in the end, didn't get any royalties much for that book. But it did make me want to write. And later, because I was working with the St. John Ambulance Brigade, a newly qualified doctor in 1971 by then, they decided that it was time to set up a medical protection arrangement for the Queen, because she attends all sorts of public occasions which are potentially very risky. So they asked me, the St. John Ambulance Brigade asked me, because I was a young doctor, if I would set this up. And together with another young doctor, we went about this. And for years, I attended all the major events that had any security risk related to them, and I stood behind lampposts with defibrillators and trauma packs and all the things that would be necessary if there was an explosion or any shooting. I did that for some 25 years until I realized that I no longer really knew how to use all the equipment that I was carrying. So I decided I'd better give that up. But as a reward for that, I was given the title of Queen's Honorary Physician, and that was another very lucky moment in my life. Now, I'd like to take you back to when I was a medical student, because, guys, we were studying hard for what in those days was called second MB, and I was suddenly ill. I'd gone home for the weekend. The only thing I'd taken with me was a textbook on the electrocardiogram. That's the trace of the heartbeat, for all of those who don't understand that. And it was a big, thick book. It turned out I had mumps, and in those days, they put you to bed if you were a young man with mumps because of all the potential complications from the disease. So I was stuck in bed at home with this big textbook, and I read it, and I read it, and I read it, cover to cover several times, and I knew a lot about the ECG. And that's why I became a cardiologist, because I could never escape from this information and this expertise that I developed about the ECG. So everywhere I went, when I was trying to be a surgeon, for example, they asked me about the ECG. So cardiologist I had to be. And I then left Guy's and the Guy's circuit of hospitals, and I moved to St. Bartholomew's Hospital. And that's just round the corner here, next to Smithfield Market, at least Smithfield Market as it was in those days. And you probably know that when there's a market like that, the pubs are open 24 hours a day. So it was clearly a great move because it was socially and professionally very rewarding. One of the first things I was asked to do was to help set up the City of London coronary ambulance. Now, in the City of London, there was plenty of money. We had a really swish ambulance. It was a brand new Mercedes. And we were called out to go to anybody who had sudden chest pain or who collapsed. We had many, many good results from that program, but I remember one in particular which was not so good. I don't know if any of you have walked up the monument. It's not far away if you'd like to try, but it's a lot of steps. And I was carrying defibrillator and all this trauma kit and all the rest of it, and I had to rush up to the top of the monument. And I found on the top of a monument just a lady who had fainted. But I was breathless, and I nearly had a coronary after doing that. So at Barts, I was originally a fellow, and within a few years, as Sanjay has explained to you, I became a welcome senior lecturer, and a couple of years later, I became the Sir Ronald Bodley Scott Professor of Cardiovascular Medicine, a really fancy title. But at that stage, St. George's was looking for a leader of academic cardiology for their new hospital and the university which had moved into Tooting. Now that took place around 1976, and cardiology was the latest, more or less, to move, and it wasn't really until about 1980 that it had moved. When I got to St. George's, of course, as is true nowadays, there was no money to do anything with, but fortunately we managed to get the British Heart Foundation to make me a tenured professor, and this time I was called the Prudential Professor of Clinical Cardiology, and I was known as the Prof from the Pru. So that was a good start. But then we had a connection with an important man in Hong Kong. Sir Edward Yu had been the governor of Hong Kong, and he had cardiology and cardiac surgery treatment at St. George's. And there were many people in Hong Kong who wanted to provide donations in the name of Sir Edward Yu. And so I was able to get hold of a lot of money from Hong Kong. In fact, the first check came as I was sitting outside an operating theatre in St. George's, waiting for my son to be born, and I opened an envelope, and inside was £1 million. So that was another good start, another stroke of luck. And actually the same thing happened 3 years later when my daughter was born. Another check arrived for another £1 million. Fortunately, after that, I had quite a lot of other millions, and we were able, as you've heard, to establish a very good unit at St. George's. Now, at St. George's, of course, I've been particularly interested in research. You've heard all the catalogue of the things I've written and so on and so forth. But I was also very interested in teaching. I had one major hobby horse. I wanted to try and explain to students, particularly in the clinical arena, that in order to get any answers, you had to ask questions. Now that seems perhaps very obvious, but it's amazing when a medical student puts a stethoscope in their ears, they put it on the chest, and they expect the stethoscope to say, this is the diagnosis, this is such and such valve disease. Of course, the stethoscope doesn't say anything like that. You have to ask the question, can I hear this, can I hear that? And then you can make the diagnosis. Now, asking questions in order to get the right answers is absolutely fundamental in all aspects of life, particularly, however, in science and in medicine, where, as you know, we're being threatened with being taken over by robots. Now, these robots are very, very useful, but what we must do is work with them. They won't ask the right questions, but we can tell them what the questions are, and they may provide many good answers. So finally, graduates, relations, friends, I want to explain, as you go into your careers, you will have lucky moments. Make sure you recognize them. Make sure you seize the opportunity. It's the best way forward. Thank you very much.
We now resume presenting the academic awards to our former students. Principal, on behalf of St George's University of London, may I present all undergraduate and postgraduate graduates from the Department of Nursing. Catherine Nafunka Makaza Cargill. Matula Haydar. Mary Masanga. Tara Anderson Myrie. Samia Begum. Rima Martinez Capianyao. Melody Kuba Bababas Sasa. Christina Garcia Godoy. Ruth Kudu. Aoife McConnell. Francisco Jose Munoz Leeza. Florida Nielo. Victoria Riley. Isabel Sanchez Mayado Oñedo. Reza Sukang. Katie Jane Crichton. Michael David Groves. Sethukani Yele. Mariam Tat. Patrick Sheehan. Awarded the Principal's Prize in Henry Wilmer. Edna Fernandez da Gloria. Hannah Mary Ursula O'Donnell.
Principal, on behalf of St George's University of London, may I present all undergraduates from the Department of Paramedics. Timothy Anderson. Thomas Kerr French. Jennifer Olufatutunmi Arioson. George Ansell. James David Anthony. James Alexander Armstrong. Ashton Douglas Barker. Ellie Mae Barron. Jane Battle. Matthew Gibson Bailey. Tracy Helen Beck. Awarded the Outstanding Endeavour Prize and the Overall Achievement Prize, Gurpreet Singh Bulla. Jack Stephen Binder. Nina Burton. Lee Junior Carr. Tony Kavanagh. Damon Chaston. Dominic Charles Kona. Kate Cottrell. Christopher Joseph Coveney. Emily Crosby. Adrian Dansett. Alan Deakin. Craig Robert Dias. Hannah Marie Dixon. Awarded the Outstanding Endeavour Prize, Charlotte Emily Clarkson Dobson. Kevin Drury. Awarded the Overall Achievement Prize, William Jack Dunkley. Darren Dyer. Ruth Victorska Everett. Andrew James Foster. Hayden Cameron MacDonald Fraser. Neve Fujil. Ailey Gawley. Ian Thomas Gilmore. Awarded the Outstanding Endeavour Prize, Helen Glanville. Awarded the Principal's Prize, Kevin Graham Gurney. Benjamin Kevin Hardy. Diana Susan Holmes Hartley. Kaylee Hatch. Kaylee Hoey. Caroline Holland. Charlotte Humphrey. Amy Irvine. Lucas Jebb. John Ronald Kaffenberger. Layla Kasim Ali. Alex Kellerman. Ian Allen King. Liam Kirby. Joe Kirkham. Fauzia Laki. Awarded the Oliver King and Immersive Education Prize, Molly Lewis. Angela Wendy Liptrop. Sam Logue. Awarded the Overall Achievement Prize, Emily Joy Lonsdale. Katrina Love. Mark John Lucas. Joshua Martin. Andrew Milden. James Nicholas Monks. William Richard Morris. Sebastian Mukachimano. Trevor Murray. Colleen Negroyu. Alice Neves Silva Freire. Mark Northcott. Jodie Nutley West. Ian O'Brien. Sarah Osborne. Emma Victoria Overy. Chantelle Pamela Lucy Paddington. Amanda Jane Payne. Liam Brian Purr. Emma Louise Roberts. Keith Graham Roskilly. Luke Samuel. Michaela Shaw. Sophie Elizabeth Stavely. Benjamin Robert Stevenson. Solomon Stott. Nadia Strapelli. Samuel Tang. Kirsty Taylor. Victoria Louise Thompson. Matthew David Thornton. Jonathan Mark Upstone. Hannah Walker. Oliver Stephen Watts. Jennifer Louise Webb. James Wybrow. Mark Wiseman. Samantha Wood.
Principal, on behalf of St George's, University of London, may I present all of the undergraduates from the Department of Radiography. Hawa Abdullah. Mustafa Fahoud Ali. Awarded the prize of the most improved in clinical experience, Bilal Ansari. Nancy Asanwate. Awe Osman Awe. Thank you. Habia Fatia Balassa. Shahar Aziz Bahati. Grace Amanda Gladys Bonnywell. Jessica Tutor. Menahaz Chowdhury. Huda Derwish. Prudencia Chimaobi Ibirelem. Zaina Faihan. Sumeo Gabre. Clarissa Gibeo. Thima Hakim. Labiba Antara Halim. Shanaz Husseini. awarded the prize for the best research project, Farah Ahmed Hussein. Lindsay Kennedy. Tasnia Khan. Eva Kuchanasik-Strusik. Daniel Kumar Mahay. Kalseve Manikam. Masood Mohammed. Marian Mohammed Muheddin. Sahara Mukhtar. Joshua Anthony de Castro Navades. Reena Patel. Lin Lin Rong. Kimberly Scott. Salha Mohammed Tahir. Ellie Joanne Taylor. Faz Bashir. Farisana Thambu. Gabrielle Clark. Awarded the Principal Prize, Stephanie Lorraine Collins. Athia Hanan. Toshika Jurganoth. Samira Khatun Khan. Awarded the Best Final Year Project Prize, Suman Khan. Awarded the Most Improved Clinical Prize, Khatija Kalsum Kawaja. Ema Lacey. Akswa Mahmood. Katie Rebecca McNamara. Alexandra Smith.
Principal, on behalf of St George's University of London, may I present all undergraduate and postgraduate graduates from the Department of Rehabilitation Sciences and Research Awards. Nicole Mary Adams. Sophie Elizabeth Andrews. Jessica May Arundale. Eve Caris Banning. Alexander Berezuk. Owen Berman. You didn't need to write that down. Jessamine Booth. Alexandra Borthwick. Sabrina Brady. Francis Button. Flora Margaret Charlton. Jonathan Noel Clark. Olivia Melissa Crabb. Alan Eugene Cuddy. Thomas William Ellis. Christina Gemeni. Lindsay Greenshields. Mega Kadka. Jermaine Newton Courtney Marston. Nindia Meira. Holly Catherine Moland. Leon Pias. Lawrence Thomas Pengelly. Charlotte Perry. Callum Lee Peter. All of it? Rehan Pillai. Juliet Isabel Catherine Purdy. Stephanie Shearer. Leah Claire Shevlin. Yongo Son. All of it? Thank you. Ellie Tang. Nithana Thirukethi Swaran. Charlie Thwaites Breed. James Ashley John Williams. Bryony Hannah Bowman. Kathy Jones. Donna Alicia Mary Haig. Joanna McElmurray. Sorin Niatsu. Angela Posada. Awarded the Christine Bithell Prize, Catherine Van Treat. And Alison Catherine Dinham Stone. Principal, that concludes the graduate awards to be presented at today's ceremony. I now invite Professor Jane Safel to lead us in the St. George's Pledge.
So I invite all of you who've graduated today to stand up for us to say together the pledge, and the pledge can be found on the last page of your programmes. That's going to be tricky. I think you'll have to say it you'll have to listen to me saying it and make it yours. Because it's your pledge and not my pledge. So this is for all St. George's graduates. I pledge myself and promise I will respect the learning and achievements of those professionals in whose steps I walk, and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will apply to benefit humanity all measures which are required. I will remember that there is an art to all professional endeavours, and that warmth, compassion, and understanding may equal any other intervention. I will not be ashamed to say, I know not, nor will I fail to call on my colleagues when the knowledge or skills of another are needed. I will respect the privacy of my fellow human beings, for their problems are not disclosed to me that the world may know. Most especially, I must tread with care where others place their trust in me. I will relate my work to the human state, which may affect a person's family and economic stability. I will remember that I remain a member of society, with special obligations to all my fellow human beings, including the most vulnerable and marginalized. I make this declaration solemnly, freely, and in humility. I now invite our Chair of Council, Michael Draper, to close today's ceremony, and the graduates can sit. Thank you.
People often say to me, Chair of Council, what's that all about? What does that involve? Well, Council is the governing body of the university, comprising a mix of external and internal people, and it's our job to ensure the good governance of the university, and so on and so forth. But one of my tasks in this role is to make a few remarks just to bring this ceremony to a close this morning. As you know, St. George's has a long and famous history as a teaching institution, tracing its roots all the way back to 1733. Indeed, it has a unique history as it remains the only university in the UK dedicated exclusively to biomedical science and healthcare. Today, you become the guardians and the inheritors of that unique reputation. We celebrate that history not simply to acknowledge what happened in the past, but as an inspiration to what we can all achieve in the future. Who knows how many future renowned practitioners and groundbreaking researchers might be out there amongst us today. I certainly and sincerely hope that as many of you as possible enjoy the luck of Professor John Kam. This event is always a great experience, as you see the future literally flash by before your eyes. On the evidence of this morning, and I address this remark primarily to the parents and other guests, perhaps we should not worry too much about the future. I think we're in good hands. Now, there are some very important contributions we need to acknowledge before we close. This event is, of course, always enjoyable, but I hope you would agree that that enjoyment is enhanced by the musical contribution of our colleagues in the corner. So can you please show your appreciation for all the musicians? Making an event like this happen as smoothly and as efficiently as it does in the timescale is no mean feat, getting everybody in the right place at the right time. So can I please ask you to show your appreciation to everybody who has been involved in organising this morning's ceremony. I'd like you now, please, to think of all those at St George's who have helped you during your career here. Teachers, tutors, administrators, librarians, lab assistants, welfare officers, everybody you've got to know during your time here. There may even have been one or two ups and downs during the relationship over that time. There are indeed in most relationships, but I can tell you today that everybody here is hugely proud of what you have achieved. So can I please ask you to thank everybody involved in your education and the team at St George's. Now, I want you to think now, please, about what I call your special supporters. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, friends, mentors, neighbours. The people for whom your achievement today is also their achievement. You know who they are, they know who they are. Can I please ask everybody who has graduated this morning to rise to their feet and to give a standing ovation to their special supporters. Now today, you become fully fledged members of the St George's family. So now it's our turn to do a little gentle nagging. Please remember to keep in touch. We do want to learn all about your future achievements as your careers progress. But enough of that. Today is first and last about your achievement in graduating. So, all of you together, one last time, can I please ask you to acknowledge the achievements of yourselves and your fellow graduates today? And finally, can I please ask everyone to stand for the national anthem and then to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall.